Go, go, go! Rebound, boys, rebound. Take care. Buckhannon-Upshur Bucks. I'm Bill Nestor, joined by Philip Fetty. Back in the studio, Evan Farrell, also David Olivero here on site as we get set for another edition of Bird Basketball. We've got a break to take. We'll come back and break down the Flying Eagles season to date, a 3-4 start as they look to get back on the winning track against the Bucks this evening. We'll take a break in the midst of the People's Bank pregame show, and you listen to Robert C. Byrd Basketball on 101.3
The Bear.
County Schools has a long-standing tradition of providing outstanding educational opportunities for its students. Comprised of 24 schools, our district serves the needs of pre-K through 12th grade students throughout Harrison County. Providing a safe, supportive learning environment for all, we offer a well-planned, comprehensive curriculum designed to meet the needs of every student at every grade level. The elementary curriculum emphasizes core subjects augmented by music, art, health, integrated technology offerings, and physical education. Middle school students are introduced to programs, career counseling, and coursework that will help them make the transition to high school. Our high schools offer a broad and challenging curriculum to meet diversified needs and prepare our students for future careers or post-secondary education. Advanced placement honors, as well as dual credit partnerships, are available through local universities. Healthy Grand Families is a free initiative to provide information and resources to grandparents who are raising grandchildren. Healthy Grand Families is a partnership with Harrison County Schools, Family Services of Harrison County, and United Way. Harrison County Schools, where all are leaders and all are learners.
And Philip, Robert C. Byrd, last time out, it's been almost a week because of issues with weather, stuff that's happened throughout this week. Not only have they not played, but they've not really practiced either. So a chance to get back on the hardwood finally, and I know that Coach Basil Lucas wants to get back out there after suffering that heartbreaking loss to Grafton.
Absolutely. You're able to get practicing on Monday with Martin Luther King Day, and then you get into the snow, and then you end up saying, okay, well, hey, we're going to turn around and play a basketball game without any practices. So, Coach Lucas, we tried to get the pregame interview. He was unavailable because he was watching film, because they haven't had that opportunity all week, hasn't been able to gather with his kids. So certainly trying to get his kids back in the right frame of mind and ready to go this evening. But Buckhannon-Upshur facing the same set of circumstances. It's not unique to Robert C. Byrd that, Mother Nature decided, hey, let's give everybody a week off from school. Why not? Fortunately, for everyone, it was weather related, not COVID related or anything along those lines. So you've got to get back out and you've got to compete, and it starts tonight.
Big thing here, Philip, is the way the Grafton Bearcat game went down at the end. And it's really left a bitter taste in the mouth of all the Robert C. Byrd players, coaching staff, and fans. RCB had the 2-point lead with 11 seconds left, inbounding the ball. The ball came in. There was confusion on what transpired. The ball ended up being awarded to the Bearcats. They scored to send it to overtime. And, of course, at that time, the Bearcats played really well in that extra free money type time and got the big win, and RCB suffered that setback a third in a row. And that's a frustrating way to go out, and not being able to get back on the court earlier has kind of caused those ill feelings to fester, so to speak. So I expect to see this Flying Eagle team come out and play really aggressively early on in this affair.
Absolutely, but fortunately at home, not having to go on the road to make the trip to Buckhannon to play this basketball game, so Robert C. Byrd has that advantage because, a lot easier to get out of your car, you're used to everything. In terms of being at home, Buckhannon-Upshur had to travel here, so a great opportunity for Robert C. Byrd to get back to 500 on the season this evening.
Well, Robert C. Byrd played last Saturday without their leading scorer, Maurice Garrison. He will not be in uniform again this evening. Garrison averaging 22 minutes a game, 16.6 points, 4.5 rebounds, 2.3 steals a game. That's a big chunk of offense to be taken away. So someone has to step up and fill that absence, fill that void. In the last game, it was Braden Thomason, 22 points against the Bearcats last Saturday.
Absolutely, Braden Thomason, a key to this Robert C. Byrd offense. At the point guard position, a very valuable asset, and a guy that you've always got to be concerned. He's got to make sure he stays out of foul trouble. Every night, that you take the floor, you never know how the game's going to be called. They're going to call it tight. They're going to call it loose. You have to adjust and adapt quickly, because the last thing you want to see happen is to have your starting point guard getting in foul trouble early.
On the season, Thomason averaging 11.9 points a contest. Also in the game against the Bearcats, Charles Hawkins, a really explosive evening offensively, a strong showing in the second half, totaling 14 points. Also the big man, Nathaniel Junkins, narrowly missing the double-double, 10 points, 9 rebounds. So you had some players really step up and play well in that contest almost a week ago.
And you want to see those guys carry that momentum into tonight. Again, we talked about long layoff, but, you still have that positive evaluation of the personal performance, not the result the team wanted at the end of that Grafton game last Saturday, but certainly an opportunity here this evening. And for Buckhannon-Upshur, they haven't played since last Friday, so they've had an extra day off. Something that could, make a difference. That extra day to be able to play and actually compete for Robert C. Byrd could be to their advantage.
Some team stats for Robert C. Byrd: 57.3 points a game they average a contest. They give up 53 points a clip. From three-point range, 36 of 105, 34%. And at the foul line, a struggle, an issue that Coach Lucas wants to clean up. His team only shooting 52% from the charity stripe at 66 to 126. So they want to try to find a way to shoot the ball better from the field, and especially from the foul line in this ball game against a very good BU team.
Absolutely, Bill. And we expect this game to go down to the wire, and those games that go down to the wire oftentimes are decided at the free throw line. You've got to make the free ones. There's no pressure. You can take your time, and you've got to capitalize on those opportunities so that you have the ability to win a basketball game. And it starts with defense. You're talking about the idea that Robert C. Byrd gives up 53 points, being 3-4. They're 3-0 when they give up under 50. They're 0-4 when they give up over 50. Buckhannon-Upshur, unbeaten when they score over 53. So that number right around 50 could be a very key statistic at the end of this game.
No doubt about it. As Coach Basil Lucas hangs his hat on defense, he's a strong man-to-man guy, loves it, as his predecessors previously loved it. Coach Bennett, Coach Underwood, Coach Springer, all these guys in the past love that man-to-man defense. Coach Lucas, no exception. He's going to play it early and often. He's going to play it all night long. He's going to try to challenge BU, and they're going to have to find a way to step up and get the job done against this pressure from Robert C. Byrd. So it's going to be a great battle here. We're just moments away. We'll take a quick break. Back with the starting lineups as you listen to Robert C. Byrd Hoops on 101.3
The Bear.
Jeremiah King, the 5'11", 215-pound senior. Braden Thomason, the 5'11", 160-pound junior. Charles Hawkins, 6'1", 170-pound junior. Quentin Cooley, 6'1", 155-pound junior. And Nathaniel Junkins, 6'3", 215-pound senior. The Bucks will counter with Zach Boring, a junior. Lamont Hurst, a junior. Mason Hire, a senior. Sterling Throp, a senior. And Nathaniel Ringer, a sophomore. So when you get set for action here, Philip, you look at this lineup for Buckhannon-Upshur. You see a very talented group. They've had a really grueling schedule. 6-4 their record, but they played some very good opponents early on this year.
Absolutely, Bill. Morgantown, when you go through and you look at, Travis Foster and his Buckhannon-Upshur team, they wanted to go out, and they've got to go out and play those teams because those are the teams that they're going to face. This is one of those quad A versus AAA games. So Buckhannon-Upshur doing their best to put themselves in position to make, for the postseason, obviously.
We get set for action here. Both teams out on the floor getting ready to go. We set high above courtside to our right, the Robert C. Byrd bench. To our left, the Buckhannon-Upshur bench. Robert C. Byrd in their home white jerseys, while the Bucks come out in their traveling dark blue jerseys. RCB traveling right to left here in this opening half of play. It'll be Charles Hawkins jumping it up for Robert C. Byrd, and it will be Lamar Hurst doing the honors for the Bucks. The official steps in. We get set for action. It's up, tipped, and controlled on the baseline on the near side by hustling Quentin Cooley. Down the floor, the pass in the corner far side, the King. Back out front, they'll skip it to Cooley on the near side. They'll load up a three. In and out. The rebound is tipped around the baseline, picked up by the Bucks. Hurst down the floor. Throp's got it, spins his way into paint, pumps, pivots, and hits. Throp getting the game's first deuce. RCB looking to counter. On the near side, Hawkins thinks about but does not take the three as they take a look at a zone defense here from Buckhannon-Upshur. On the far side baseline, Cooley. Now they skip it near side crease. Hawkins down low. A pump and a penetration for the King. He's cut off. He'll skip it across far side. 3-ball up, 3-ball in. Give it to Braden Thomason.
Fantastic ball movement by Robert C. Byrd there, forcing Buckhannon-Upshur to continue to move the zone and then creating the open shot.
Used a combination of ball movement and dribble penetrations to loosen up that defense before Thomason knocks down the trifecta. Just underway with the basketball, Boring. Hands it off out front. Penetration move by Strader. Goes back out to Boring. Boring double team, steps through, goes to Throp. Far side baseline, fadeaway J from 8. It's good.
That time, Buckhannon-Upshur does a great job passing the basketball around to find the open shot.
Hawkins taking a three on the far side crease. In and out. Rebound down to the Bucks. Give that one to Hurst. Now Throp's got it right in front of the Byrd bench. Out front, top of the arc. They'll work at far side Hurst. Penetration, it's poked away by the King and stolen by Hawkins.
Great defense there by Jeremiah King, able to stop the penetration first and then knock the ball free.
RCB looking to regain the lead. They trail 4-3. Just underway here at One Eagle Way. On the near side wing, the three is up. No good for Cooley, and Throp claims the carom. He'll work ahead to Boring. Boring across midcourt. Far side with a penetration move, Strader. Now it's Hurst, and he'll be called for the travel, and a good job by Hawkins defensively, moving his feet, forcing the infraction.
Absolutely. Not getting caught up with the ball movement. Hurst with a number of little jukes there, but Hawkins able to stay focused on the player and force the travel.
The ball comes free. It's picked up out front by Thomason. Penetrates and works to Hawkins. He'll load up the trifecta. Back iron, no. The rebound taken by Hire. Feeds it off to Boring. He'll cross midcourt between the circles. Far side now Hire. Pull up at the elbow. Back iron, no. Cooley with a carom. Outduels a pair of Bucks. He'll feed it off now to Thomason. Thomason backing his way forward. Hits the high post. That's Junkins. Junkins pivots. Feeds it off to the King. The King at the foul line. Whips it baseline. Cooley dribbles in. Feeds off. RCB now very patient offensively. As King has it, goes to Cooley. Crease near side. Thomason dribble move in. Tries to leave it off, and they'll say it's a travel on Braden Thomason.
Robert Seabird trying to work for the higher percentage shots on that possession instead of settling for the threes that they settled for in about the last 3 possessions. Unfortunately, the turnover.
This is not your grandfather's zone defense from Buckhannon-Upshur. They're very aggressive. They move their feet. They contest out front. They don't just stand back and dare you shoot the basketball. Higher dribbles in. King gets a hand on it, and it's taken by Junkins. Outlet pass to the King. The King operating far side into the paint. He'll hang around the rim and in. RCB back on top, 5-4 as we approach the 4-minute mark of this opening canto. Hurst dribbling in at the foul line, picks up his dribble. Skipper Throp near side. He'll pull up at the elbow, right side off the mark. Rebound tip attempt, higher no, but he gets the rebound back, feeds to Hurst. He pumps, and they'll call him for a double dribble. So Hurst with a couple turnovers, and Robert Seabird's defense, the whole idea is to get out on Hurst and make it uncomfortable for him, make him work hard just to get into shooting position.
Absolutely, Robert Seabird doing a fantastic job defensively so far in this contest.
Onto the floor for the first time, we'll see Leighton Wolf. Really solid effort against the Bearcats on Saturday. He's going to earn some more playing time. Wolf averaging 12 minutes of contest currently. 5-4, the RCB lead with control of the round ball. Cooley bumped. It comes free. Junkins has it. Feeds it off to Hawkins. He rides to the rim, powers it up on the right side, and gets the field goal.
Great vision there by Junkins. Able to find the open man after he got the double team. Nice easy layup, easy points for those last 2 possessions for Robert Seabird.
On the far side crease with a round ball straighter. Works to Boring. Boring into the paint. Back out front to Hurst. Hurst pull up Jay at the elbow, long, and Cooley with a nice job boxing out. And they're going to call the foul on Quentin Cooley. Cooley cannot believe the foul call. That's going to be Quentin's first and team number 1 as well. Cooley, the 6'1", 155-pound junior, scored 7 points in the first quarter against the Bearcats, but picked up a second foul early on in the second quarter, and it took him completely out of the rest of the half and completely out of rhythm as well.
And that kind of foul in that situation is one of those things that can take away a player's momentum.
RCB ratcheting up the pressure on the perimeter. A foul is going to be called on a reach. It'll be Nathaniel Junkins, his first, team 2. RCB on top, 7-4. Buckhannon-Upshur with the round ball. Strader set the trigger on the far side sideline. Brings it into Boring, and Boring works it near side crease. It'll be higher. He pumps, penetrates, double team, shot off balance, no good. Rebound tipped, taken by Thomason. He'll kickstart to fast break. RCB with numbers. Thomason pull up at the foul line, around the rim and in. Give him the shooter's roll. That's Braden Thomason. Thomason lead Robert Seabird in scoring.
Absolutely doing a fantastic job with 5 points so far. Robert Seabird now getting those higher percentage shots now. I've seen the offense start to get a little bit of a rhythm.
Boring works out front, Strader. Double teamed. Ball comes free, but he regains it. Goes to Boring on the block on the near side. Back out front they work. Higher pumps, penetrates. Works to Throp on the far side crease. Back out front now to Higher. Hurst. Pull up jumper, elbow, far side. He gets it. Hurst will take a lot of shots. This offense really designed to get Hurst involved early and often. There he gets one to fall. That's his first deuce of the game.
Robert Seabird's done a great job of keeping a hand in his face, and even that was great defense. You know, sometimes the shot just goes in.
Multiple zone defenses. We saw a 1-2-2 a moment ago. Looks like now they settle back into the 2-3 as Hawkins will take that 3 on the far side wing. It's off the mark, and Throp grabs the rebound. Feeds off now to Boring. He's in the paint. Right-hand layup is up, contested by hustling Hawkins, and the rebound taken away by Cooley. Outlet pass down the floor. Leighton Wolf gets it to Thomason. Hurst with a rejection. The ball free, and here comes Higher. Higher to the foul line, works out to Hurst. Hurst takes one dribble, takes the 3, around the rim and out. Rebound baseline cleared by Wolf.
Great work by Robert Seabird to get the rebound. Again, we're talking about Hurst wants to shoot it. And Robert Seabird content to let him shoot the ball from out there.
9-6, the Bird bulge. Quentin Cooley loading up a 3. Back iron long. Rebound taken by Boring. Boring to Throp on the far side. He'll feed it off to Higher. He'll power it up and get the 2. good fast break opportunity there for the Bucks.
Both teams right now capitalizing on in the transition game, getting the high percentage looks. It's the half-court offense that both teams are going to have to work on to figure out who's going to win this basketball game.
1 minute in this first quarter remaining. Euro step move in the paint. Thomas, and the shot short, rebound down to the Bucks. Outlet pass to Boring. He gets behind the defense, lays it up with the right hand on the left side for the layup. The Bucks with several players in the scoring column.
4 so far, Bill. A number of guys. It's a team game, not about any one individual.
Bird there with a nice play. The high post is Junkins, bounce pass to Hawkins, and he goes strong to the hoop for the lay-in.
Great response there from Robert C. Bird, able to now get the defense back. They got a great high percentage look and now able to get back into the man-to-man defense that they want to play.
Throp dribbles in and lays it off for Hurst. Shot rejected by Junkins. Hurst gets it back and he's fouled. He'll shoot 2. Nathaniel Junkins leads the team in block shots coming in. He had 8, make it 9 as he gets that rejection of Hurst's shot. But Hurst gets it back and then draws the foul on Junkins. That'll be his second foul, the first player for either team to experience foul difficulties.
And that's, this is where game management comes into play. You got 16 seconds left in this first quarter.
Hurst, the lefty, drains the first free throw, and we'll see Coach Lucas to his bench. It'll be Bryce Bird, the 6'2", 145-pound junior, checking in for the first time this evening. Hurst's first free throw ties it up at 11 apiece. Second, up and good. The Bucks regain the lead. Inbounds pass, Thomas across midcourt near side, feeds it off to Bird, and Bird steps out of bounds on the baseline. Unforced turnover for the Flying Eagles. They had the numbers but could not convert on that play.
Tough break for Robert C. Bird there right now, just trying to get to, the end of the quarter.
Inbounds pass to Boring, crossing midcourt with 10 seconds on the clock. Goes far side to Throp, back out to Boring. He'll launch the 3. It's hierarchy and it's good. At the buzzer, the desperation heave off the mark, and after 1 period of play, Buckhannon-Upshur leads 15-11. Flying Eagle basketball on 101.3.
The Bear.
For the visitor, Robert C. Bird, the first quarter paced by Braden Thomason and Charles Hawkins.
Bill, 9 of the 11 points coming from the combination of Hawkins and Tomlinson. And Robert C. Bird obviously wants to get more guys involved. You can't just rely on 2 guys to score all your points. I think if you're Coach Lucas, you were happy with that first probably 7 minutes of that quarter. And then that last minute, they kind of started to relax and kind of take a play off. They give up that late 3, and those are the daggers, the plays that happen at the end of a quarter that take a 1-point game to a 4-point game.
They also give and take momentum away. Right now, the Bucks with momentum and control the round ball. On the far side with it. Penetration move. Hurst loses it, tries to save it in. It's taken away by Wolf. Wolf across the midcourt goes to Hawkins on the near side. And now we see for the first time in this contest some man-to-man defense. For Robert C. Bird, Anthony Cavett checked in for the first time as that pass stolen away. Throp to the rack. Left-hand layup on the left side is good. Throp leading the way for the Bucks.
6 points so far, Bill, and making an impact, right there, a hustle play, able to force the turnover and get the easy layup.
Hawkins operating far side, double team, picks up his dribble, works back out front. Cooley's got it. 6-point lead for BU. RCB looking to slice into it as Coach Lucas calls a timeout. We'll take one with it. Bird basketball on 101.3.
The Bear.
Coach Travis Foster changes things up after a full quarter of nothing but zone defense. He starts out the second frame in a man-to-man, causing some confusion, and a very wise timeout here by Coach Lucas. He wants to get his team on the right page offensively. It's a 6-point spread for BU, and Coach Lucas wants to keep this thing close until he can get things going in his way.
Absolutely. He realized that Buckhannon-Upshur in the midst of a 7-0 run, wanted to make sure he put a stop to that, get his offense refocused on what they need to do and how they need to execute against the change in defense from the Buccaneers.
And Coach Foster now going back to the zone. Nice feed. Thomason inside, shot around the rim and out, but 2 free throws will be awarded to Bird. Sean Blandino, the junior, checking in for the Bucks here just a moment ago. That foul's going to be on Hire. That'll be his first and team number 1. Bryce Bird at the charity stripe. On the season, 0 for 1 from Free Money Land. His offering is up and nothing but nylon. Five-point advantage for BU at 17-12. 6:50 left in this opening half of play. Bird's second offering is up and in.
It took a while to get to that first free throw attempt, but solid effort there from Bryce Bird. It's so weird to have a Bird. He wears his last name on the back of his jersey because of the design.
Shot from BU no good, but Hurst gets that offensive rebound and puts it in for the deuce. Thomason out front, dribbles in. Feeds it off inside. Now it's Cava with it at the elbow near side. Far side Hawkins loading up a 3. It's up, it's in. Charles Hawkins lights it up from the perimeter. Second trifecta of the game for the Flying Eagles.
Needed that shot to go. Robert Seabird struggled a little bit from 3 there in the first quarter, but getting deficit back down to 4. Now another opportunity to pick up a defensive stop.
Penetration by Hurst, and a foul is going to be called on the Flying Eagles. It'll be Cava, his first, and team foul number 4. Anthony, the 6-foot, 170-pound senior. Foul occurs on the floor, so the Bucks will trigger it in. That'll be Hire doing the honors. Lobs it in. Thomason deflects it, and Hawkins steals it. Hawkins leading all scorers in the game with 7 points. He'll feed it off now. Thomason, top of the key. Far side, Cava puts it on the hardwood, dribbles baseline, skips it inside the Bird. RCB moving the ball well here, opening half. Cava now open for 3 on the far side, no good. And Blandino skies high for the rebound. 3-point game, the Bucks would lead and control the round ball. Higher on the far side, taking the 3 ball from the wing area. It's short. Hawkins claiming the carom.
Great work there by Robert Seabird, forcing Buckhannon-Upshur to settle for the 3-point attempt.
Nice look inside. Cooley tries to find Bird, but Blandino pokes it out of bounds. We'll see Coach Foster back to his bench. Re-emerging in the lineup, Ian Strader. Thomason the trigger. Looks inside, nobody there. He'll bring it to Cava. Cava on the wing, near side. Now to Thomason. 2-3 zone look here for the Bucks. Saw the man-to-man momentarily, enough to force Robert Seabird to call a timeout, and then Coach Foster right back to the zone. Cava tries to go between the legs, can't hold on to it. It goes out of bounds to the Bucks.
The unforced error there, Coach Lucas letting Cava know, hey, take a little better care of the basketball in that situation.
Jeremiah King set to check back in. Next dead ball opportunity. Blandino penetrates in, has the ball slapped off of his leg, going to RCB. And here comes the King, replacing Charles Hawkins. Hawkins with a well-deserved break, leading all scorers with 7 points in this affair.
Absolutely doing a fantastic job, hitting some big shots, keeping Robert Seabird in this contest.
The Bucks picking up full court, mano a mano, inbounds pass. Thompson works against Blandino. Goes behind the back, some body bumping, no foul, and finally it'll be Throp called for the reach in. Excellent job by Thomason. Stayed strong with the basketball through multiple bumps before the foul's finally called. That'll be Throp's first, team number 2.
Yeah, fantastic effort there. Like you said, getting through the body contact, getting through a little bit of an arm bar, a little hand check that the officials let go.
Thomason gets the inbounds pass, works near side crease. Cava takes the 3, will not go, and the rebound ripped down. That'll be Strader hauling it in. Works the boring across midcourt. Top of the key, swing line, pull up J, no. Cava battles for the rebound, but Strader comes up with it. His putback offering, no dice. Bird with a defensive carom. Outlet pass comes to Cooley. Cooley across midcourt, far side, slows it up at the timeline, works back out front to Thomason. You want your point guards to be tough, to be able to take the bumps and keep control of the ball, and that's what Thomason can do for Robert C. Bird.
Absolutely, and he's done a fantastic job in this game, especially with Buckhannon-Upshur bringing the full court pressure.
Thomason takes the 3 ball from the far side corner. No. Rebound Bucks. Foul. Flying Eagles. Good show of sportsmanship as Bird helps Strader up off the deck. Foul's going to be on Bird, and that'll be Bryce's first, and that'll be team foul number 5. 4:06 left opening half. 19-16, the Bucks advantage. Boring in a trot across midcourt, works near side wing. Throp penetrates his way in, pull up J to foul line, off the mark. Thomason with a defensive rebound. He'll bring it across midcourt himself, works near side of the King. The King on the crease. Dump down the block, near side, it's Bird. They skip it far side. 3 in the corner, taken by Quentin Cooley. It's long, and Throp comes up with the carom. BU doing a good job limiting Robert Seabird to 1 shot for the most part in this first half. Hurst with the drive into the paint, and he'll go up with the left hand and jam it home. Timeout for the Bucks. We'll take one as well. Flying Eagle basketball on 101.3.
The Bear.
Make 2022
1 minute,
your year
please.
to
be 21-16, the advantage for Buckhannon-Upshur. The Bucks, after that strong move in the paint, the one-hand flush for Lamar Hurst. They called a quick timeout here. They're on top by 5. And Robert Seabird, a solid first quarter of play. The second quarter, 5 points on the board. They want a little bit more. They want some more production. But the key right here is getting guys that are hot in the basketball. Charles Hawkins with 7 points needs to get some looks from the perimeter. They've got to set him up and find ways to get him loose.
Absolutely, Bill. Looking at the stats, Robert Seabird 2 of 12 from 3, 4 of 5 from inside the three-point line. So Robert Seabird's got to work the ball inside out, to get the higher percentage looks.
1-2-2, three-quarter court pressure. Robert Seabird slices through it in half-court set. The 3 ball taken by Cava off the mark. The rebound is cleared by the Bucks. That'll be Oliver King with that rebound. Works it out to Boring. Boring on the near side to King. Tries to go to higher. It's poked away and taken by the King. Pass out front, stolen by King. Oliver has it ahead of the pack. Pass cross court. Boring collects it and makes that 4-footer. Boring and Hurst combining to score 15 of their team's 23. That's a 7-point advantage. More pressure, 1-2-2, and a theft for Boring. No look pass goes inside. Oliver King with a shot. It won't go, and Cooley picks up the carom. The Bucks look like they have a pretty solid bench this year. Always have a good team. But to be able to be deep, that's a valuable asset. And they seem to possess that. As a shot inside for RCB off the mark. Here come the Bucks. In transition, Boring. Far side, higher. Back out to King. King working the ball on the near side. That'll be Blandino with it. Now they work it out to Higher, and Higher loads up and knocks down the three-pointer.
Buckhannon-Upshur right there, just able to move the basketball and create the open look.
RCB with a full timeout. Let's take one with them. Bird basketball on 101.3.
The Bear.
County Schools has a long-standing tradition of providing outstanding educational opportunities for its students. Comprised of 24 schools, our district serves the needs of pre-K through 12th grade students throughout Harrison County. Providing a safe, supportive learning environment for all, we offer a well-planned, comprehensive curriculum designed to meet the needs of every student at every grade level. The elementary curriculum emphasizes core subjects augmented by music, art, health, integrated technology offerings, and physical education. Middle school students are introduced to programs, career counseling, and coursework that will help them make the transition to high school. Our high schools offer a broad and challenging curriculum to meet diversified needs and prepare our students for future careers or post-secondary education. Advanced placement honors, as well as dual credit partnerships, are available through local universities. Healthy Grand Families is a free initiative to provide information and resources to grandparents who are raising grandchildren. Healthy Grand Families is a partnership with Harrison County Schools, Family Services of Harrison County, and United Way. Harrison County Schools, where all are leaders and all are learners.
6-16 lead, prompting the timeout by Coach Lucas.
Very smart timeout there. Coach Lucas realizing he wants to get this deficit down to single digits before he goes to the locker room. His team just struggling in the second quarter. Looking at the numbers, 6 of 19 from the field right now, 2 of 13 from 3. For Buckhannon-Upshur, they're 11 of 25 from the field, 19 of 21 inside the three-point line, 2 of 4 from outside.
Bird down by 10, largest deficit of the game for the Flying Eagles. Some more 1-2-2. RCB hits the middle and breaks it. Skipper far side, Hawkins. He'll go back out to Leighton Wolf. His three ball in and out. Hurst climbs high above the cylinder, rips down a rebound. Tough break there for Wolf. That ball was 3/4 of the way down, popped out at the last second. RCB playing without leading scorer Maurice Garrison. They don't need any more bad luck, like shots like that popping out.
Absolutely, Bill. The offense just, the layoff, we have to remember when you haven't seen the court since Monday, that 4-day layoff can have a significant impact.
Blandino loses it, regains it, and Jeremiah King called for a foul on the near side, right in front of the Bird bench. That'll be Jeremiah's first and team foul number 6. So we'll see bonus time for the remainder of this second quarter of play. 47 seconds remaining. Jaden Westfall, the sophomore, checking in for the Bucks. He'll replace Blandino. Higher the trigger. Lobs it deep. Boring collects it. Works back to the middle of the floor. Starts the offense. Goes far side. Dribbles in and backs his way back out. Brings it near side. Straighter on the wing. Now in the corner, Higher. Higher double team goes to Boring. Boring back out front to Hurst. Hurst with a pump fake. Dribbles back. Works his way to the crease on the near side. High arcing three. Well off the mark. Ball goes out of bounds. And the survey says Bird basketball.
Robert C. Bird needs to value this possession. He'd love to get that last shot cut the deficit to single digits, go to the locker room with a little bit of momentum.
24 seconds remaining in this quick-moving opening half of play. The Bucks extend that pressure defense. RCB across the midcourt, far side on the crease. Wolf skips it in the corner, near side to Cooley. Back out front. And now it's going to be Wolf taking the three on the far side, off of the mark. The rebound is collected by Strader. 4 seconds on the clock. Boring's got it. He approaches midcourt and cannot get a shot off. That does it for the first half of play. It's a 26-16 lead for the Bucks. Get set. The People's Bank halftime show is now. Flying Eagle Round Ball on 101.3.
The Bear.
County Schools has a long-standing tradition of providing outstanding educational opportunities for its students. Comprised of 24 schools, our district serves the needs of pre-K through 12th grade students throughout Harrison County. Providing a safe, supportive learning environment for all, we offer a well-planned, comprehensive curriculum designed to meet the needs of every student at every grade level. The elementary curriculum emphasizes core subjects augmented by music, art, health, integrated technology offerings, and physical education. Middle school students are introduced to programs, career counseling, and coursework that will help them make the transition to high school. Our high schools offer a broad and challenging curriculum to meet diversified needs and prepare our students for future careers or post-secondary education. Advanced placement honors, as well as dual credit partnerships, are available through local universities. Healthy Grand Families is a free initiative to provide information and resources to grandparents who are raising grandchildren. Healthy Grand Families is a partnership with Harrison County Schools, Family Services of Harrison County, and United Way. Harrison County Schools, where all are leaders and all are learners.
Bill Nestor, Philip Fetty. Halftime score 26-16 in favor of the Bucks. Philip, what must Robert Seabird do in the second half to get back into this thing and get the win?
Got to get back to what you were doing early in the first quarter. We saw a lot of really crisp, quick passes. You know, we've seen a variety of defenses from Buckhannon-Upshur, a lot of different zone looks. We saw a man-to-man for maybe a minute and a half, so probably not going to see that a whole heck of a lot in the second half. But you've got to get back to moving the ball quickly, because when you force the zone to move, and especially when you can make those cross-court passes, you know, not just the, hey, here's the guy standing right next to me. You got to move the ball across the floor, force the defense to move quickly. You're going to create open shots, and when you create open shots, you have a much higher chance of the ball going in the basket.
Philip, it looked like Robert Seabird the most successful offensively when they went with a high-low approach. Either they would go to the high post and then a dump down, or a penetration from a guard, a jump stop, and then a dump down. Either way, it would force the defense to converge, and when it did that, it left somebody open underneath for uncontested layups. But when they shot the ball from three-point range, not very effective in the first half.
Absolutely not, Bill. 2 of 15 from 3. And one of the big key changes, we talked about the idea, Buckhannon-Upshur closed that first quarter on a big run, currently in the midst of a 16-5 run that carried into the second quarter. Nathaniel Junkins got into foul trouble. Nathaniel Junkins commits his second foul with like 30 seconds left there in the first quarter. Doesn't play in the second quarter, and he was one of those guys that was talking about that offensive execution that you were talking about in the first quarter where they were having success. He was one of the key cogs in that high-low offense. Getting him back out in the third quarter and not picking up that quick third foul gives Robert Seabird the opportunity to battle right back into this basketball game.
Second straight game that Robert Seabird's played without their leading scorer, Maurice Garrison. 16.5 points per contest. So then you have to find other guys to step up. That means your bench a little bit thinner than what it usually is when Garrison's in the mix, right? So last game, it was foul issues for Quentin Cooley. Now in this one, we're seeing foul issues for Nathaniel Junkins. And you talked about how integral he was in that half-court offense against the zone. We expect those same kind of things from him in this third period of play.
Absolutely, you know, and you talk about, like you talk about that, you lose 17 points, but you also lose 22 minutes a game. So you're talking about guys that are stepping up, and we've seen that from Charles Hawkins, 7 points in the first half, really solid effort from him, you know, and you're seeing a number of other guys that are trying to get involved. But it's tough when all you want to do is shoot the three. You've had the 4 days off. You practiced Monday. You were off Tuesday through Thursday because of the weather. And then you come back out here and you think your legs are going to be fresh enough to just settle for threes. You know, I'm sure Coach Lucas was in the locker room at halftime saying, guys, we've got to do something different because the recipe that's cooking right now isn't the one that's working. We've got to work the ball inside and create opportunities in higher percentage areas.
Sevens are wild for Charles Hawkins. 7 points in this first half. He had 7 points in the second half of the Grafton game. In the first half of the Grafton game, 7 points. So he's been the hot hand for Robert Seabird. His teammates have to understand that, locate him, and get him the round ball, get him more opportunities because he's had the hot hand, and when he starts lighting it up, that means more opportunities for other players. So you want to feed the hot hand. Right now, it's Charles Hawkins.
Absolutely, and you know, a 14 like his jersey number would look pretty good in the second half if he could put up the 14. You know, not just finish with 14.
Well, Robert Seabird has it to start this second half of action. They trail 26-16. RCB traveling left to right in the second half. Again, we sit high above courtside. To our right, the Bird bench. To our left, the Buckhannon-Upshur bench. Nathaniel Junkins back in the game. He will play with 2 fouls. He's got to be careful. The key here for Junkins is to be aggressive, to contribute, but to not pick up a third foul.
Absolutely. In that very first possession, the ball gets knocked out of bounds, but he was looking to create that high-low execution that we were talking about right off the bat on the first possession for Robert Seabird.
Turnover on the inbounds play, the ball back to the Bucks. 10-point bulge, largest of the game, and Robert Seabird will pick up at midcourt. Thomason extends back in the backcourt. Boring dribbles through, but the ball is stolen away. Quentin Cooley has it ahead to Thomason. Thomason to the rack. Layup no good, and a foul called over the back on the Bucks. Cooley did everything right on that play. Unselfishly leaves it off to Thomason. Then he gets the rebound and the miss and draws the foul. It'll be Strader picking up that infraction, his first, team 1 of the second half.
Great fast break, great movement by Robert Seabird to get the ball down the floor in transition quickly.
Feed into Hawkins. He climbs the ladder, hauls it in, left-hand layup on the left side, and give him the deuce. Hawkins close to becoming the first RCB player to find the double-digit party. He's got 9 in this outing.
A very athletic play to make that catch. That ball was going away from him. He was able to make the jump and make the catch and make the layup.
Thomason, frustrated as he got the steal, thought he was fouled. The ball goes out of bounds. It goes to the Bucks. Coach Lucas talking to the official about that play. Frustration there as RCB looked to have a second consecutive field goal in this quarter after only scoring one in that second quarter play. Some pressure, and we'll see the travel as Hurst gets caught in the backcourt. Great job defensively. Thomason cracking down along with Hawkins. They converge and force that turnover.
You know, we talked about Buckhannon-Upshur throwing the press at RCB in the first half. Now it's Robert C. Byrd giving it back here in the third quarter, and it's got this Buckhannon-Upshur team very confused right now. So great change there by Coach Lucas at halftime.
Definitely a smart move there as he wants to dictate flow in the second half, and they're doing that early on in this segment. 1 minute into this third quarter of play, Byrd with a round ball on the near side baseline. Thomason, no-look feed inside. Hawkins has it, spins away, works far side to Cooley. He'll take the three. It's off the mark. Rebound to Junkins on the backside. He'll feed it back out to Hawkins. Hawkins on the crease. Now he works to Leighton Wolf. Near side, Cooley. And there's going to be a foul called away from the round ball. It's going to be on Buckhannon-Upshur. It'll be Hurst getting called. That's his first, team 2. Thomason the trigger. Gets the basketball, surveys the defense. It's a zone, works far side. Wolf, catch release three off the mark. Hurst with a rebound, outlet pass down the floor, Boring. Boring to the rack, shot blocked off the backboard, and a foul's going to be called. What an athletic swat on the play by Cooley. But they'll say a foul occurred.
Absolutely no quit there by Cooley. Fantastic work in transition, and that's what Robert C. Byrd's got to do to limit the transition opportunities for Buckhannon-Upshur.
Quinton picks up number 2 and team number 1 of this third quarter. So right now a pair of Flying Eagle players with 2 fouls apiece as the first one for Boring off the mark. Junkins and now Cooley. Both of them have got to be active but not pick up that third foul because you know they'll come right out of the ball game with 6:27 left in this third frame. 26-18 the lead for the Bucks. Boring misses both, but a rebound on the miss by Hurst. Now it's Boring to the rack. Layup effort strong, but the rebound collected by Heyer. A second chance opportunity for BU. On the baseline, Throp hangs but can't hit. Rebound tip taken by Wolf. Outlet pass, here comes Thomason across midcourt. Rifle pass inside. Cooley's got it. Flips it back out now on the crease. It's Thomason. Thomason picks up the dribble. Top of the arc, he'll work to Wolf. Back to Thomason on the baseline. Shifts to the defense. Skipper, far side. Cooley loading up a three. Can't go. Rebound taken by Boring. Robert C. Byrd's had looks from deep but cannot convert. One-touch pass, a beauty from Heyer. It goes to Throp, and he'll lay it up and in. Throp scoring well for the Bucks tonight.
8 points so far, Bill, and Buckhannon-Upshur again just taking advantage in transition.
Flying Eagles trying to dump it inside on the cut for Wolf, but it's poked away and stolen by the Bucks. Heyer picks up his dribble in the corner far side, and his pass stolen by Hawkins. Hawkins with 9. You want to get him the ball in position to shoot. More zone as Hawkins has it in the paint. Pull up Jay at the foul line. Off the mark, but a foul's called. Hawkins will shoot 2.
Good work there by Hawkins, able to find an opening in the defense, and then Buckhannon-Upshur, instead of contesting the shot, electing to just push Hawkins to the ground. So another opportunity for Robert C. Byrd to trim the deficit without time coming off the clock here.
I like what Hawkins does on the play. He doesn't wait for the ball to come to him. He goes to the ball, prompting the foul call. And that's going to be number 2 on Heyer. Heyer becomes the first Buck to find foul issues. Hawkins steps up and knocks down the first. He has 1 remaining. Substitutions for both teams. For Robert C. Byrd, they'll bring in Bryce Byrd. Byrd checking back in. And then for the Bucks, they'll counter with Sean Blandino. Couple fresh players onto the hardwood as Hawkins converts both. RCB slapping on some full court heat. Boring across midcourt, far side, picks up his dribble. Top of the key to Heyer, unguarded. He'll take the three. It's off the mark, short. Rebound is tipped twice, and Heyer comes up with a carry. Another second chance opportunity for the Bucks here in the second half. They're crashing the glass here offensively. Boring baseline near side. Out front higher. Dribbles through. Left-hand layup around the rim and in. 30-20. The lead back to 10 for BU. Leighton Wolf with a round ball on the far side crease. Skipper near side wing to Bird. RCB showing good ball movement on this possession. On the baseline, Hawkins. He'll take the J, no good. Blandino gets the rebound but steps out of bounds. A good job there by Bryce Bird, harassing Blandino, forcing the turnover.
Yeah, great defense there, able to use the baseline as a second defender and able to force Blandino to take the long step out of bounds.
King the trigger. Brings it into Thomason. Body contact. And Thomason takes a fadeaway J. No good. One to foul, not going to get it. Here come the Bucks. Throp in transition. On the baseline, near side. Shot off the mark. The King claims the carom. Goes to Thomason. Bird down the floor. They leak it down. And Thomason, Bird's layup will not go higher. Got a piece of that shot, and then it comes free, and a travel on BU gives the ball back to Bird. Man, they missed an opportunity for the easy layup.
Robert C. Bird just not getting the roll right now. You know, you think you were playing on the road the way the rim is treating Robert C. Bird at this point in this basketball game.
Unkind rims here at One Eagle Way for the home team. Substitution for the Bucks. It'll be Ian Strader re-emerging in the lineup. King the trigger. Comes the Bird, his pass stolen away by Throp. Throp down the floor, a foul on the floor, called against Thomason. It'll be Braden's first, team number 2. RCB with another unforced turnover there. Strader triggers in, goes to Hurst, he's double teamed. Thomason almost got the steal. Hurst gets it back. Now the ball poked away by Thomason again, and RCB comes up with a steal. Thomason creating havoc out front, making it difficult for the Bucks to get into their offensive sets.
Yeah, doing a fantastic job, playing through a lot of contact, looking for the officials to help them out a little bit, but doing a great job of defending at the top of the press.
Dumped down to the King on the block far side. He draws the hack. He'll shoot 2. Foul's going to be called on Blandino. That'll be his first, and team foul number 4 on the Bucks. So Robert C. Bird much more assertive and aggressive in this third quarter play, drawing 4 fouls already, edging closer to the bonus.
Absolutely, and they've got to continue to capitalize at the free throw line. You know, so far 4 of 4 here in the second half.
The Kings offering off the mark. Way to go, Mr. Jinx. King has 1 free throw remaining. It's short, rebound to Hurst. Hurst brings it across to midcourt himself on the far side, then works Blandino near side, and it goes off of Blandino's foot. Bird with active hands defensively as he'll knock that ball off of the Bucks. Timeout for Buckhannon-Upshur. We'll take one along with him. Flying Eagle round ball on 101.3. The Bear.
Seabird Flying
Check.
Eagle basketball on 101.
For the Bucks with 3:18 left in this third quarter of play, and the action is picked up. You can tell both teams want this game in the worst way, Phillip. The effort level has gone sky high in this third canto.
It has indeed, and the scoring has gone down. We have 6 total points here in the second half. You know, it's a lot of effort plays, a lot of turnovers. It's almost forcing the action. You know, it's not just playing basketball now. Now it's trying to see, okay, what do I have to do? You know, what can I do to make a play to get a few more minutes to play? You know, for Robert C. Byrd, they want to get the ball into the high percentage areas and create opportunities to continue to pick up fouls and go to the free throw line and capitalize.
Byrd with a round ball out of the TO. In the corner near side, it's Hawkins. They work it back out front. Now it's going to be Byrd who penetrates on the near side baseline. Skipper to the King. Back out front. Catch, release, trifecta. Thomason's got it. Bingo for Brayton.
Big time shot there. Cuts the deficit to single digits. Thomason been looking for a shot to get going, and maybe that's the one that gets him going. He's been doing a fantastic job defensively, though.
He has been all over the place defensively. Dribble drive penetration, and Junkins reaches in and ties it up. Quick hands by Nathaniel. The possession stays with the Bucks.
And you can see the impact that Junkins has had. Missed the entire second quarter with the foul trouble, now making an impact on both ends of the floor.
You know, for a big guy, he's very athletic, very quick. He's a hard guard inside as well. Does a lot of things right for the Flying Eagles. Boring has it to Throp at the foul line. Works back out to Hurst. Hurst fakes the jumper, goes to Throp. Skipper far side. Now it's Throp on the near side, loading up a three. It's off the mark. Thomason skies high and grabs that rebound. Foul to backcourt, reach in Throp. That'll be his second foul and team foul number 5. That means with 2 more fouls, we'll see RCB in the 1-1 bonus.
Robert C. Byrd doing a really good job of creating the contact, forcing the officials to call the fouls. You know, and they've got to continue to work on those opportunities. Much more focused effort from Robert C. Byrd offensively after that woeful second quarter.
For the Bucks, higher in, Throp out. RCB answering the bell in this third period. Playing some inspired basketball, clawing their way back into it. Byrd in front of the Byrd bench with a penetration on the baseline. Leaves it off for Hawkins, back out front. The King with a pump, penetrates. Body contact, and it's a block. 2 free throws await the King, and that'll be number 2 on Lamar Hurst. So foul difficulties mounting up for the visitor here. Several players with 2 fouls apiece. Lamar Hurst, Mason Heyer, and Sterling Throp, all with 2 fouls.
And great work there by Jeremiah King, looking for the high percentage shot, going for the layup. Hurst able to prevent the layup, but King able to pick up the foul.
The Kings' effort off the mark. In the first half, RCB shooting just 2 free throws. So far in this quarter, 6 free throws. Still just about 2 minutes left. So you see the aggressiveness paying off for Robert C. Byrd and opportunities at the foul line. And the King gets the lid off the basket. He gets his first free throw to go there. In the backcourt, Boring being harassed by Hawkins. Great defense. And a whistle blows as BU is forced to take the timeout as they were close to the 10-second call. We'll keep it right here. 30-second timeout for the Bucks. 1:47 left in the third quarter, and the defensive intensity from the Flying Eagles impressive in both the half court and full court sets.
Absolutely, and you're seeing Thomason and Hawkins stepping up in the backcourt and harassing the guards. Coach Lucas actually discussing with the officials. He felt like the ball handler carried the ball in the backcourt, you know, and you know, very well could have been right because it's that pressure that's forcing Buckhannon-Upshur to make quicker decisions. And Robert C. Byrd capitalizing right now. They've done a fantastic job of cutting into the lead. Got the deficit down to 6. You know, Coach Lucas has to feel really good about where his team is right now. He's got to keep them focused. Again, we talked about the idea that you got to manage the last 16 minutes. You know, you got the short bench because you're missing Garrison. So you've got to make sure that you utilize your timeouts, get your guys the rest that they need. This timeout by Buckhannon-Upshur, an opportunity for Robert C. Byrd to go in, collect themselves a little bit, get a drink of water, and get refocused and ready to go for this final minute 47 here in the third quarter.
If you're looking for some more hardwood action tomorrow, look no further than the Bear, 4 o'clock, as we'll have the Alderson Broadus game as they will host Notre Dame, 4 o'clock. The tip, it's AB basketball on the Bear. Blandino back on the hardwood for the Bucks. He'll trigger it in. Goes to Heyer. Heyer across to midcourt. Skips the board. Now it's on the near side, a foul, a reach in. That'll be Thomason. Now that's key as Braden picks up that infraction. That'll be his second. Team foul number 3 of this half. With the next Buck foul, Bird in the bonus for the remainder of the contest. 1:41 here in his third quarter of play. It's a 30-24 advantage for BU. Inbounds comes to Hurst. Works far side with it higher. At the elbow, kicks back to Boring. Running a dribble version of the weave out here. Hurst with the penetration. Can't hit, but he's hacked. He'll shoot 2.
Good decision there by Jeremiah King. Hurst was going to have an open layup. Jeremiah King says, hey, I've got a foul to give. Only his second of the game, so not a situation where you're concerned about the foul trouble for Jeremiah. Instead of giving up the easy layup, forced Buckhannon-Upshur to earn the 2 points at the free throw line.
Hurst utilizes the ball fakes and head fakes on the perimeter and then has a very quick first step to get to the rack. RCB's got to realize and recognize when Hurst has it, lay off of him, make him shoot that deep shot. And if he doesn't and puts it on the deck, you still have time to drop a foot, move your feet, and stay in front of Hurst. When he gets around you, he creates all kinds of havoc in the paint. His first offering off the mark, the second one around the rim and in. Hurst with 9 points, leading the offensive charge for the visitor. RCB with an unforced turnover in the backcourt to King with a foul to reach and Blandino to the rack. He'll shoot 2.
Tough break there for Jeremiah. Commits the smart second foul. Unfortunately gets called for that third one because of the unforced turnover, as you pointed out.
RCB wants to look to attack the middle of the floor there. Blandino gets it to go, and we'll see Quentin Cooley checking in, replacing Bird. So it looks like, at least for the time being, Coach Lucas is going to let his senior leader, Jeremiah King, play with 3 fouls. Blandino's second, good as well. 33-24, the advantage for the Buckhannon-Upshur squad. 1-2-2, 3-quarter court pressure. RCB breaks it. Thomason hits the high post. That's Junkins. He pivots, hits the King on the far side. He'll hand it back out to Hawkins. Hawkins works top of the key, now to Thomason. On the near side, Quentin Cooley with it. Back up front, pump, penetration, Thomason, back out. Cooley open for 3, he'll take it, and he'll hit it. Quentin Cooley with a trifecta.
Big time shot there by Cooley, gets the deficit right back down to 6. We talked about Robert C. Bird struggling from 3, but that was a big one.
First bucket of the game for Cooley could not come at a better time as RCB struggled offensively to get something going. Hawkins providing defense. And Hurst takes a bus. Out front, they catch him. Taking too many steps. Hurst has a big grin on his face. He doesn't believe it. Bird with the basketball and a chance to slice even more into this 6-point deficit.
He thought he was playing in the NBA, Bill. I mean, you know, you've seen those videos where they take like 15 steps,
Yeah.
but that was definitely 100% of travel. Fantastic call by the official.
The King double team. His pass goes now to Junkins. Junkins tries to feed it inside, but it's taken by Strader. Down the floor, he'll feed it off. Blandino, right-hand layup on the left side. It goes.
Tough break there by Robert C. Bird. They had the advantage. Buckhannon-Upshur had pressed up so far. Junkins just not able to find Hawkins, who was open behind him.
4 on the clock. 3 ball. Thomason, no. That'll do it for the third quarter of play. 35-27. BU on top. RCB basketball on 101.3.
The Bear.
We're getting set for the fourth and final period of this one. It's a 35-27 advantage for Buckhannon-Upshur. But what a difference the halftime adjustments that Coach Lucas and his staff made as the Flying Eagles came out and played inspired defense on both sides of the floor and clawed themselves back into it in prime position for a comeback win.
Absolutely, Billy, and it felt like, for that entire quarter, Robert C. Byrd had the momentum. Then when you look at the final result, 11-9, you felt like Robert C. Byrd did so much more, but Buckhannon-Upshur able to score a couple late buckets to get to keep their deficit, at 8. But Robert C. Byrd very much so in a good position here to come back and potentially win this basketball game.
It's been Charles Hawkins, the catalyst offensively. 11 points now. He's been the guy to go to get the big buckets. And also Thomason with a nice 3-ball in that third quarter as well. Those two guys, the hot hands, RCB needs to find him. And also Quentin Cooley got the lid off the basket, draining that deep 3 late in the third stanza. If he can get hot, this team can go to him. He can score in bunches. And let's see how this fourth quarter starts out. The first few minutes of this quarter, pivotal for the Flying Eagles if they want to complete the comeback attempt.
Absolutely. It's got to come down to getting good shots and getting the shots to go in. It's not, we always want to say, it's just execution, but the players don't control whether the ball goes in. All you can do is put it in a situation where it has the ability to go in. And I think we're having a discussion over whose possession it should be coming out of the quarter break.
Coach Foster, Coach Lucas share an embrace at midcourt as they discuss it. Both of them want the ball, let's just face it.
It should be Robert C. Byrd basketball, Bill. I will be honest, there was one held ball in that third quarter, went to Buckhannon-Upshur. Should be Byrd basketball. Hopefully, between the scorebooks and the officials, we can manage to get this one right.
While we have a break, just want to let the Wine family know we're thinking about them through these times. Gary Wine, a classmate and a great friend, dear friend, his father passing. Just want to let them know we're thinking about him here this evening. So we get set. Robert C. Byrd with the basketball. They do say Bird ball. It'll be the King to trigger it in. In the backcourt, he goes to Thomason. Thomason surveying the defense man-to-man for the first time since the second quarter. Thomason directing traffic, works to the King on the crease, far side. He puts it on the deck, picks it up, brings it back out to Junkins. RCB patient here offensively. Now it's Thomason dribbling in, the ball poked away. It goes to Hawkins. Feeds it inside, Junkins with it, pivots. Works back out front. Cooley open for 3, it's up, off the back iron, no, but the King with the offensive rebound. On the baseline far side, works to Junkins. RCB with a second chance opportunity, and here comes Nathaniel to the rack, and they'll say it's an offensive foul, Nathaniel Junkins. Bang, bang play on the baseline did not go in favor of the Flying Eagles. That'll be number 3 on Nathaniel.
Tough break there for Junkins. Did a great job to get to the offensive rebound, create a second opportunity for his team. Went aggressive to the rim. Buckhannon-Upshur defense just makes the play there, takes the charge.
2-2-1, three-quarter court pressure from the Flying Eagles. Strader's got it, top of the key, works far side higher with a pump and then a penetration. Picks it up at the elbow far side, works back out front. And now Boring with a basketball, almost stolen by Thomason. They bring it near side to higher. Out front, Hurst with a penetration, and they catch him with the travel. Great defense by Charles Hawkins, forcing that infraction on Hurst. Hawkins did a great job moving his feet, staying in front of Hurst, forcing frustration from the talented junior.
Absolutely. We've seen that about 3 times, that Hawkins-Hurst matchup. Hawkins stays in front, does a great job, and Hurst just decides that he's going to take the bus, as you said earlier.
Thomason running the show, works now top of the key to the King. The King now near side to Cooley. Cooley dribbles in. Beautiful move, but his shot won't go. He battles for the rebound, gets it, and he's fouled on the floor. That means 1-1 time for Quentin Cooley.
Great effort there by Cooley, continuing to battle and give Robert C. Byrd more opportunities than you talked about. Now both teams in the 1-1 the rest of the game, or in the bonus, I should say.
Cooley on the campaign. 55% free throw shooter. Big ones here. Robert C. Byrd trailing by 8. 6.5 left of regulation. Quentin at the line to our right. His offering up and off the iron. No good, but a hustling Jeremiah King gets the offensive rebound. RCB pounding the glass here the last couple possessions. Thomason orchestrating the offense. Backdoor cut. Quentin Cooley has it. He'll throw it back out front. Thomason tries to save it, but he can't do it. It's a turnover for the Flying Eagles.
Looked like a little bit of indecision there from Hawkins and Thomason as to who that ball was intended for. Hawkins looked like he was in better position, but unfortunately Thomason decided, okay, this pass must be intended for me, and Thomason just not quite able to get there.
RCB slapping on the heat. Pressure employed by Thomason. On the far side, penetration by Hire. He picks it up, works back out. It'll be Hurst. Hurst to the rack. His shot around the rim and out, but a foul's called. What a quick first step. Foul's going to be on Charles Hawkins. Charles picks up his first. Team foul 7, so free throws could be a big part of this game down the stretch. 5:56 remaining. 8-point cushion for the Bucks.
Absolutely, Bill. And we talked about the importance. Robert C. Byrd did a really good job early at the free throw line. Struggled a little bit in the third quarter.
Coming into this fourth quarter play, Robert C. Byrd 5 of 8 from the foul line. Meanwhile, the Bucks 5 of 6. In this quarter, Robert C. Byrd 0 for 1, missing the front end of the 1-on-1 bonus. In the meantime, Hurst is knocking down the first free throw attempt. He's got one remaining, and it's up and good as well. Lead back to double figures at 37-27. More 1-2-2, three-quarter court heat. Byrd breaks it. In the corner, it's Byrd. Bryce just checked in, last dead ball. Ball poked out of bounds into the Byrd bench. It stays with the Flying Eagles. Without Maurice Garrison, the team's leading scorer, someone's got to step up here and hit some big shots, Phillip. It's imperative to get the momentum train rolling. But the most important thing is to get a shot or two to go to get that momentum moving in your direction.
Absolutely, and you really need a bucket in this possession to get the deficit back down into single digits.
The King, nice feed inside. They work it back out. Thomason, catch, release three, in and out. Tough break for Braden. The rebound is tipped, picked up by Hawkins, and he cashes in. Second chance opportunity. Charles with 13 to lead the cause for the Flying Eagles.
Great work there by Hawkins to get into position to get that rebound.
Hurst double teamed and fouled. It's going to be Cooley picking up the infraction, sending Hurst right back to the foul line where he just knocked down 2 free throws. Quentin picks up his third. 3 Robert C. Byrd players saddled with 3 fouls apiece. Junkins, Cooley, and the King, all with 3. Hurst hits the first. Six of 7 from the charity stripe is Hurst. I'd say he's a guy you don't want to foul down the stretch.
Definitely something to keep in mind, as we look at this game coming down to the wire.
The jinx is on as Hurst short on that attempt, and the rebound to Byrd. Thomason down the floor. He's got on the crease now, near side. Picks it up, and there's a foul called. It's going to be Strader with a hold. That means Thomason to the charity stripe. RCB down right now 38-29. A great way to get back into this affair as the score points with the clock stopped. No better way to do that than from the foul line.
Absolutely, Bill. You're getting fouled. You're doing what you have to do to get to the free throw line. Now you've got to put the ball in the basket when you have the opportunity.
Thomason, big ones to our right. First one's up and in. Thomason with 9 points. Second leading scorer this evening for Robert C. Byrd. Coming off a 22-point outing against the Bearcats last Saturday. Second attempt, no. Rebound down to the Bucks, and a foul called as Hawkins reaching in, committing his second foul, and that sends Hurst right back to the foul line. Well, the fouls have slowed the pace of this game down tremendously.
Absolutely, Bill, and I think part of that is the fatigue. The idea that you know, you want to say, okay, 3 days, you know, a high school kid shouldn't lose much conditioning, but I think we're seeing the impact on both teams because neither team has, you know, gone more than, you know, 7 or 8 players deep at any point in this contest.
Hurst short on the free throw. Rebound to the King. 9 fouls on RCB. That means 2-shot bonus time for BU the remainder of the game. On the attack, it's Cooley. Top of the arc with a round ball. Brings it near side. It's a dump down to Bird on the baseline. Spins, feeds it off. Hawkins goes up with a 2-hand jam, and look out below. Charles Hawkins with a flush.
Big time shot there, Bill. Gets the energy back in the building, cuts the deficit to 6.
On the far side straighter, the ball goes through his hands, but Hire just happened to be right there, preventing the turnover. Now it's Boring dribbling in, and he'll get the shooter's roll. Left-hand shot around the rim and in for Boring. That jam by Hawkins ignited the Robert C. Byrd faithful. Far side crease for 3. Thomason, bingo. Timeout for Byrd. We'll take it as well. Flying Eagle Hoops on 101.3.
The Bear.
Tremendously thanks to that 2-hand jam by Charles Hawkins, and Robert C. Byrd off to a great start in this fourth quarter.
Absolutely, Bill. Outscoring Buckhannon-Upshur 8-5.
5-point game. Robert C. Byrd with pressure out of the timeout. Steele, as Cooley has it, dribbling to the basket. Left-hand shot off the glass and in, and a foul, and a chance for the 3-point play. What a move by Quentin Cooley.
Absolutely fantastic effort, you know, and it starts with defense. You know, it's not just about the offensive play, able to force the turnover, get the fast break opportunity. Cooley able to convert through the contact. Now you got to make the free throw.
Quentin pumped up after that nice move. Pressure in the backcourt by Bryce Byrd helped that ball come free, and then Cooley took it the rest of the way in. Shot off the mark with a rebound to the Flying Eagles. They keep this possession alive, and they look for more. They can tie with a 3-ball here. On the far side in the corner, it's Byrd. Feeds to the King. The King on the baseline. Hacked in the act. It's on Hire, and the King shoots a pair. RCB becoming ultra aggressive here, and it's paying off. Huge dividends. They've clawed their way right back into this affair.
Absolutely, Bill. You know, the adrenaline that is going through this Robert C. Byrd team right now after the Hawkins dunk, you know, that might be the play that flips the script in this basketball game.
King's free throw off the mark. The thing I like the most about Hawkins, he's a textbook shooter. He's got beautiful form on the jump shot. But when you can elevate like that inside, look out. You become an inside-outside threat and a hard guard for any team. As the King makes the second, he gets 1 of 2. 2-point game as the Bucks break the pressure. Boring has it, directs traffic, comes near side wing to throw. He goes inside, and it looked like a tie-up by Thomason on the play, and the quick whistle. Let's see what it's going to be. It's going to be a foul on Braden Thomason. That'll be his 3rd foul. Hurst back to the charity stripe. Now keep in mind he's missed his last 2 offerings. First one, high-arcing and good. The Bucks back to their bench. Sean Blandino re-emerging. Now he's not. He was going to come in. Now he's back to the bench. Has a seat by Coach Foster. Second one good as well. 4-point spread for BU. Bird with a round ball. Mano-a-mano defense out here as the Kings got it. Hands it back out to Charles Hawkins. Brings it near side Thomas. A switch, now Hurst on Thomason. Thomason feeds it off inside. They're going to call an offensive foul on Thomason. Back-to-back fouls on Braden. That's number 4. He's one foul away from extinction. And the worst part of that play is that he dished that off to Bird, who had the uncontested layup. So RCB adds insult to injury.
Extremely bad break for Robert C. Bird on that play.
Across midcourt far side, Boring to the rack, hangs, can't hit, but he's fouled. RCB that time, no movement of the feet defensively. And that allows Boring to go right to the basket. He picks up the foul call against Robert C. Bird, now 2 free throws away. First time this evening that we'll see Zach Boring go to the charity stripe. Free throw short, 1 remaining, and Coach Lucas will bring back in the game Nathaniel Junkins replacing Bird. Bird called for that last foul. He's now got 3. Boring's offering. Off the mark. Rebound to the King. Bird down by 4, but control the basketball just inside of 3 minutes left. 4th period of play. Directing traffic between the circles near midcourt, it's Thomas. Goes to the elbow to the King. The King backing his way in, up and under, the shot around the rim and in. Clutch bucket by the senior.
Big time, and through the contact builder, probably could have gone to the free throw line about 3 times in that move to the basket.
Bird slaps the double team on Hurst at midcourt. They'll call a reach in on Quentin Cooley. That'll be his 4th, and that sends Hurst back to the foul line. He's had a living here in this 4th quarter at the charity stripe. These will be 8 and 9 in terms of attempts for Hurst. First one, short. RCB's benefited from some misses at the foul line from Buckhannon-Upshur. 3 consecutive misses here. Robert C. Bird stays to within 2 at 42-40. Her second one around the rim and out. 4 straight misses for the Bucks. RCB with control of the basketball. The Kings got it. Dribbles right over to Coach Lucas and gets the play call. He works to Cooley on the crease near side. King tries to rifle a pass in. Body contact as the King is bumped in the lane. That means 2 shots for Jeremiah. Foul's going to be on Lamar Hurst. That'll be his 3rd foul.
Great persistence there by Jeremiah King. The pass gets deflected. He goes and gets it himself, able to create the contact, create the foul opportunity. Now has an opportunity to potentially tie this basketball game.
If Bird had a wish list for one player they could get out of this game, it would be Hurst.
Absolutely, Bill. He's been a thorn in Robert C. Bird's side the entire evening.
Lamar playing now with 3 fouls. Next time RCB gets the basketball, look for them to go right at Hurst. He's been guarding King right at Hurst. He's been guarding King, and King's been very active. Little perspiration on the hardwood. The officials try to get it cleaned up. Now the King steps back to the line. His second offering is up, around the rim and in. Shooter's roll for Jeremiah King. King now 3 of 4 when it matters the most in this 4th quarter. It's a brand new game at 42 apiece, just inside of 2 minutes left. Pass to Thorpe, down the floor, left-hand layup is golden.
Jeremiah King played aggressively there, tried to force the steal, drop, able to get behind him and create the layup.
Going to the rack. They're going to call an offensive foul on Braden Thomason. I can't believe that. My goodness gracious. Wow. Unbelievable. And they've got the wrong number of the player that was going to the basket. Unless they're going to say that that was a illegal screen.
Which it could be because they changed the mechanic to where the player control fouls and the illegal screens are the same call.
Let's see what the officials do here. Thomason thought he had the and one opportunity. Strong move with the left hand on the left side for Braden Thomason. He got it to go. Looked like from our vantage point that the Buckhannon-Upshur player was moving. So we thought in that case it would be an and one. But the official blows the whistle and says the foul is on Quentin Cooler. So now the officials will converse about this situation. 1:41 left in this final frame of play. It's a 44-42 Buck lead. The officials now talking to Thomas. RCB back in action. Next Wednesday, as they'll play host, or Monday, excuse me. Next Monday, they play host to Elkins. 7:30 tip here from the Eagles Nest. Well, the officials trying to get this right. Lots of conversation taking place. Hires pointing to Thomason, saying that foul is on Thomason.
We still haven't had a number correction from the officials. The official called 14. The official actually called the foul on Hawkins.
They called it on Quentin Cooler.
I thought it was.
No, he went 1-5 twice. But I guess now it's going to be on Thomason, and that's all she wrote for Braden. Braden fouls out with 12 points. Pass goes to Hurst. Hurst across midcourt, no look. Pass inside, the shot rejected out of bounds by Junkins. Throp put it up on the near side, and Junkins rejected it out of bounds. Second block shot of the game for Nathaniel Junkins. And there's going to be a technical foul called on the floor. Wow. It's going to be on the Bucks. It's going to be on Coach Foster. Bird down by 2. Free throws waiting. Who will Coach Lucas send to the charity strike?
Jeremiah King says that Leighton Wolf should be shooting these free throws.
Charles Hawkins, a 71% free throw
And
shooter
now he
coming
will be
in.
the shooter.
Charles, 15 points in the game. A pair of big ones for the Flying Eagles. Multiple dribbles. Hawkins lines it up and knocks it down.
Honestly curious as to what Coach Foster's argument was, though. It was a blocked ball out of bounds, his basketball.
He wanted to foul on.
That was a good block.
Junkins.
I mean, that's about as textbook of a block as you can find in a basketball game.
Hawkins. If he was in the military, they'd call him Colonel Clutch as he knocks down a pair of free throws, tying this thing up at 44 apiece with 1:35 remaining.
And Robert C. Bird has the basketball.
The Flying Eagles could take the lead for the first time since the first quarter.
Absolutely, Bill. Great opportunity here.
Now they're going to give the ball to the Bucks.
I think now they're saying there was a shooting foul.
How is it a foul? There was no foul called on the play. They indicated a clean block by Nathaniel Junkins. Second straight game for the Flying Eagles that we have seen some questionable calls on the floor late in the game. The officials are going to get together and confer, and Coach Lucas will use this time to bring his players over, as now they're going to send Throp to the line to shoot free throws. If I'm Coach Lucas, I'm going to talk to the official for as long as he'll talk to me, because I want to put the ice on Throp at the foul line. He's asking for the explanation because the official indicated a clean block on the play, which is what prompted Coach Foster to pick up the technical foul. So now Throp stands to the charity stripe to our left. Everyone else behind in midcourt. So the question is, Philip, if they give him, if it would have been a foul call, would the foul shots not go to the Bucks first, then to the Flying Eagles, and the Flying Eagles get the ball to bounce?
That would be the correct way. Well, yeah, Buckhannon-Upshur would have shot free throws first.
Throp just hanging out at the foul line. I mean, they put the ice on this poor young man. No worse place to be than by yourself hanging out at the foul line for seconds that seem like minutes. Well, the officials have both coaches at midcourt as they discuss the situation. New ball game at 44 apiece. What a great comeback here for the Flying Eagles. They trailed it by 10 at the halftime break. Trailed by 8 after 3 quarters. So now, who'd they call the foul on, Junkins? Was there a foul called? If there were, they didn't indicate it. If that's on Junkins, that's number 4. Junkins asking for the explanation. The official says, ask the other official.
Well, Bill, not only are we confused by was there a foul, we've now lined up for the free throws when after the technical it should be Bird basketball.
Exactly. Throp rattles one in. Clutch free throw there for Sterling Throp. 11 points in the game, and he puts his team back up by 1. Now the score is 45-42. That's the second one no good. Nathaniel Junkins with a rebound. And now the officials stop play. The delay continues. Now, sure, the immediate concern or the immediate result of these delays was, okay, so now they took the points off the board after Hawkins hits 2 free throws, and they're going to make him go back to the charity stripe. Hawkins makes the first. He's got 1 remaining. So in that case, wouldn't Throp shoot with nobody in the lane and then Bird comes down and shoots? Because in theory,
yes,
if they miss the free throw, then they can play on by having players in the lane. If he, that's the second free throw. If Junkins didn't get that rebound, they get the rebound and play on, then you stop playing. So now Hawkins misses the second one after earlier making both. Bird with the basketball down by the deuce. 45-43, 1:33 left in this fourth quarter. Cooley running the point guard position to Leighton Wolf on the near side. Leighton picks up the dribble and calls a timeout. Let's take one as well. Bird basketball on 101.3.
The Bear.
Robert Seabird and Buckhannon-Upshur. So what happens just a moment ago, to recap, as the officials conversed multiple times, that put the freeze on Throp at the line. So But then the bigger issue is that it has really just put the ice on this ferocious comeback from Robert C. Byrd. They had all the momentum going their way, and they've spent what seems like 7 or 8 minutes in the middle of confusion that's not been explained at all. 2-point lead for BU, the ball to RCB. Inbounds pass. Now the Kings got it out top, Leighton Wolf. Man-to-man, near side. Cooley with a pump, puts it on the ground, penetrates, pulls it back out. Top of the key, tries to feed it inside to Junkins. Junkins has it, goes to Wolf. Wolf double team, dribbles out of it, goes. And now the call is going to be Wolf steps out of bounds. After Wolf pivoted and dribbled away from the baseline, the delayed whistle gives the ball to the Bucks. 1:01 left in regulation. Strader picks up his dribble. He'll call a timeout. Let's take one as well. Bird Hoops on 101.3.
The Bear.
Final period of play. It's a 45-43 lead for Buckhannon-Upshur, but fouls have led to a ton of free throws. We've seen a lot of them in this fourth quarter.
Absolutely, but we've seen a very long fourth quarter, 22 total free throws between the two teams. You know, you talked about it earlier, the idea that free throws could be the difference in this basketball game, and at this point they will be. You know, with 51 seconds left, Robert C. Byrd going to continue to put pressure on Buckhannon-Upshur, both defensively, and then when Robert C. Byrd has the ball, they've done a really good job of drawing fouls.
The Bucks inbound it to Boring, and that's the guy to fouls. He missed 2 free throws in the early stages of this fourth quarter of play. He goes back the line to shoot a pair here. 50 seconds remaining, both teams with 1 timeout apiece. Boring at the line to our left. His first offering is up, in and out. Coach Foster back to his bench. He will replace Boring in the game with Sean Blandino, if Boring can knock down his free throw. Gets the shooter's roll. Blandino in and Boring out. 3-point game at 46-43. 50 ticks left on a fourth quarter clock as the trigger will be the King. He brings it right into Cooley, and he'll whip it right back to the King, who brings it across midcourt.
No need for desperation if you're Robert C. Byrd. Get the best shot you can get. If it's a layup, fantastic. If it's a 3, that's good as well.
King dribbles in. Now they work to Cooley in the corner near side. 3 ball is up, and the 3 ball is in. Quinn Cooley with a trifecta. New ball game at 46 apiece, 25 seconds on the clock. Let's see what the Bucks do here. Hires got it out front, and they're going to call reaching on Quentin Cooley. That's it for Quentin. That'll be number 5. 19 seconds remaining. Quentin fouling out of the game after hitting that huge 3-point shot. He goes out with 8 points on the evening. That sends Hire to the line. Mason, this will be his first attempt of the evening. Now, a wise move here by Coach Lucas. Taking all the time he can before he brings in a substitution after that foul out. He's going to go with a talented senior, Anthony Cava. Hire's first is up and in. 8 points in the game for Hire. "19 seconds remaining in the game. 1 point lead for the Bucks. Second one up and in as well. The ball comes into Leighton Wolf. Leighton brings it ahead to Cava. Cava crosses midcourt, and RCB takes their final timeout of the game. We'll keep it right here with 15.3 seconds remaining. 2-point Bucks lead. Robert C. Byrd with a couple things they can do here. They can either go for the last shot and the tie in overtime, or they can take their chances with a three ball. If they're going to go with a three, the most likely suspect on the floor, Charles Hawkins. Charles with a three ball in the second quarter of play. He's the only Flying Eagle on the floor right now that has made a three-pointer in the game that hasn't fouled out. Thomason and also Cooley, both with some three-pointers to their credit, but both of them fouling out earlier.
Absolutely. I look for Coach Lucas to draw something up where he has a three-point opportunity, or he's able to dump, or Hawkins is able to dump the ball inside for an easy two, and as you said, force the overtime session. You know, Robert C. Byrd has put a ton of effort into making the comeback. Now they've got to find a way to find this one last basket. You know, 2 or 3, the opportunity to tie or win. You know, and again, you know, we're talking about playing down your leading scorer because of sickness, and then you're down your second leading scorer now because he fouled out on a play that, you know, we're still not sure. You know, and you also lost a point at one point in this game because of a free throw situation where Hawkins goes down, makes 2, the officials wipe it, go down to the other end, and all this other, you know, mess that was created by, you know, a foul that we didn't even know happened against a Byrd player on the other end of the floor. So Robert C. Byrd now not only battling, you know, Buckhannon-Upshur, but battling circumstances that haven't fallen in their favor, but still an opportunity here for Robert C. Byrd to pick up a very good victory.
Key here, you have to get the ball in. No timeouts remaining. And then realizing that the officials in this situation tend to have a quick whistle. If you go to the basket and get aggressive, you'll probably be rewarded with a foul opportunity. Inbounds pass comes to the King. The King skips it far side. Wolf dribbles in, shots up, off the mark. His putback attempt, golden. Wolf ties it up with a second chance opportunity. RCB with pressure and a timeout for the Bucks. We'll take one as well. Flying Eagle basketball on 101.3.
The Bear.
Missed the shot, but stays with it, gets the offensive rebound and the stick back, tying it up at 48 apiece. The quick Buckhannon-Upshur timeout with 4.1 remaining. That means both teams out of timeouts. Robert C. Byrd might look to put a little token pressure on, but two things they don't want to do: foul in the backcourt or give up a layup.
Absolutely, Bill. Interesting to see what Coach Foster's drawn up here.
Boring back in the game, the point guard. They get it into him in the backcourt. Wolf channels him up the side. His effort from deep off the mark, and we've got extra game, free money here. Overtime for the second consecutive game here at One Eagle Way. 48 apiece, Phillip, and a great job there by Wolf. We talked about the bucket he made previously, but a nice job there channeling Boring to the outside of the court, not allowing him to get inside or get a clean look at the hoop, forcing the desperation heave at the buzzer.
Absolutely fantastic fantastic effort by the entire Robert C. Byrd defense there. It's almost that football prevent defense. You want to keep everybody in front of you, and Wolf did a fantastic job keeping Boring in front of him, forced the shot, and now gives his team a chance to win this basketball game, in the extra 4 minutes.
Well, issues for Robert C. Byrd. They're playing without 3 key players right now. Maurice Garrison didn't play at all in this one. Plus, they've lost Braden Thomason and Quentin Cooley, both fouling out in this game. Those two combining for 20 points. Almost half of their team's points in this game. They are out of the game, so Robert C. Byrd looking for other guys to step up offensively, and you can't say enough about that last basket regulation from Leighton Wolf as a senior clutch getting that bucket. Played really well against the Bearcats on last Saturday, continuing that trend here this evening against the Bucks.
Bill, I said 50 was going to be the magic number.
You did.
And we're sitting right on it. An opportunity for Robert C. Byrd here. Again, a fantastic effort in the fourth quarter, making the most of their opportunities, making free throws, hitting clutch shots, and now you're going to look to see, who are you going to look to offensively to create the opportunities and get you the points that you're going to need to win this basketball game.
We get set for action. Robert C. Byrd continues to go right to left in this overtime period. It'll be Hawkins jumping it up against Hurst. No, they will reverse it.
Yeah, with the bench.
Yes.
The overtime is an extension of the fourth quarter. Players always confused by that, and the officials were almost as confused by it.
Switcheroo, and now Hawkins and Hurst change positions. The official steps in. It's up, tipped, and controlled by the Bucks. That means the arrow goes to RCB next tie-up position. So on the far side, Strader with it. Dribbling back out front between the circles, guarded by Junkins, who's playing with 4 fouls. Inside to Hurst. Hurst dribbles in, uses the backboard, and finishes off with a field goal. (50-48). BU on top. Byrd with the round ball. Cava on the far side wing. Now the work at the Wolf, top of the key. Takes a near side look to the King. He'll rifle it over, and Jeremiah restarts the offense. RCB showing patience here in this overtime segment. Top of the key, now it's Junkins. Back out to Hawkins. Hawkins, what a second half he's had, including that 2-hand flush to give Robert C. Byrd momentum. King thinking about the 3 from straight away. Instead, works it near side to Cava. He goes to Wolf. Wolf with a penetration move on Boring. Reverse layup around the rim and out. Tough break for Wolf, and the rebound to Hurst. Now it's Boring who boots it but regains it. He goes to Hurst, and Hurst travels with the basketball.
Another great defensive effort by Hawkins guarding Hurst. I think that's the 4th forced travel.
Hawkins with quick feet makes it difficult for Hurst to get around it. So now Byrd with the basketball after that turnover. They trail by 2 with 2:40 remaining in overtime. Trigger will be the King. Tosses it in. It'll be Wolf who brings it right back to Jeremiah. They'll hand it off. Now Leighton Wolf with it. Brings it to the near side in front of the Byrd bench. Keeps his dribble alive. Dumps inside the King. It's Junkins with it. His jumper no good. Rebound is tipped and taken by Boring. Far side, Strader on the way. Back out to Hire at the foul line. Works to Boring. Boring far side Hurst. He'll load up a 3-ball. It's up, back iron, no good. Rebound is taken away there by Cava. RCB limiting the Bucks to 1 shot and 1 shot only on that possession.
And a good job of boxing out. Not just chasing the ball, but made sure everybody got their man and created the opportunity to get that rebound.
King on the far side. Thinks about, takes the 3. It's high arcing, it's short. Rebound is taken away by Cava. Goes to Leighton Wolf. Leighton off the glass, no, but a follow-up is good by Hawkins. Hawkins goes up, gets the rebound, and slaps the glass, puts it in one motion. Big bucket by Hawkins, tying it up at 50 apiece. 1.5 to go, OT. Hurst. Crossover, penetration move, body contact, no whistle. Rebound is tipped over the back. The call on Hurst. That'll be number 4 on the big fella for the Bucks.
And Bill, that take by Jeremiah King is a charge, but Jeremiah King, the football player in him, wasn't going to fall down. If he falls down on that play, the rest of it is a moot point, unfortunately, for Robert C. Byrd. I mean, fortunately, they'd get the foul, they get the opportunity to go make free throws, but that would have been a charge on Hurst. So it worked out for Robert C. Byrd. He still picks up his 4th foul.
That's the guy you want to get out of the game if you're Robert C. Byrd. He is a hard guard with his ability to go strong to the basket and a quick first step to boot. So the King. Free throw, no. He's got 1 remaining. If he can sink it, it would be Robert C. Byrd's first lead since the first quarter. Coach Lucas talking to Leighton Wolf, using this time to his advantage. Second one is up and in for the King, and RCB leads it 51-50. 1:12 turning clock, OT, Boring. Works far side, Strader. Back out now, Thorpe. Near side with it, Higher. Patience, a virtue here for BU on offense. As Boring dribbles all the way back out and restarts the offense. Inside of a minute to go, Higher on the crease, near side. Picks up his dribble, goes to Boring. Now it's Strader dribbling in, kicking to Higher. Higher catch release 3 on the near side, off the mark. Battle for the rebound, and a foul's going to be called against the Bucks as Leighton Wolf with prime rebounding position, and a foul's going to be called. Leighton Wolf with a pair of free throws can extend Robert C. Byrd's 1-point lead. That's going to be on Hurst. That is going to be Lamar's 5th foul. And a Christmas gift late for the Flying Eagles as Hurst fouls out.
Bill, I think it's finally the game caught up to Robert C. Byrd. You know, you always say calls go both ways, and this is finally a situation where Buckhannon-Upshur loses their first player in this game, and it is their best player. So finally a break goes Robert C. Byrd's way. Now you want Leighton Wolf to take advantage of the opportunity here with the 2 free throws.
Hurst fouls out with a team-high 16 points. Leighton's free throw off the mark. He's got 1 remaining. .8 remaining in this overtime period. Wolf's offering, Golden. The senior gets 1 of 2. Byrd on top by the deuce. RCB doesn't want to foul here. They want to make BU make a shot. Boring hands to Higher. Pull up at the elbow near side. Around the rim and out. Junkins gets the defensive rebound and gives it to the King. King across midcourt. They're wanting the foul. They double team the King. Picks up the dribble, works the Junkins. Clock at 20 seconds, and a foul's going to be called. But the officials say a timeout will be granted to Robert C. Byrd before the foul took place. The timeout on the floor, and we'll take one with him. Byrd Hoops on 101.3.
The Bear.
Out here. They'll have it. They'll bring it in on the far side. They're up by 2. And the key here, Phillip, is to get the ball in the hands of your best free throw shooters.
Absolutely, Bill. You know, they've done a fantastic job in this, in the second half, continuing into overtime, creating opportunities. Still only 12 of 22 at the free throw line so far in the game, but looking for opportunities. Obviously, Charles Hawkins is probably your number one target here.
Coming into the game, 71% free throw shooter is Hawkins. RCB gets it in. Cav has got it. Works to Hawkins. Hawkins holds it. Picks up his dribble, goes to Leighton Wolf. Clock at 13, and the Bucks yet to foul. They finally do get to Leighton Wolf on the far side sideline, right near midcourt. That'll send the senior to the line for a pair of free throws.
Another opportunity for Leighton Wolf. Made the huge shot at the end of the fourth quarter. Made the free throw that put Robert C. Byrd ahead. Now an opportunity to expand on that lead.
10.7 seconds remaining in this one. Wolf at the charity stripe. Free throw in and out. Tough break there for Leighton. The Rattler, and the score remains 52-50 in favor of Byrd. Second one is up. Off the mark, and the officials will say it's a violation on Leighton Wolf. The ball back to the Bucks. We'll see some token pressure employed as a little man-to-man effort here. Leighton Wolf trying to face guard Boring, prevent him from getting the basketball. They get it in, and now it's Strader. Far side. Hires got it. Penetration moving. They're going to call a foul on the floor. 3.4 seconds remaining, and the Bucks with a chance to tie it up from the foul line. It's going to be Cava committing the infraction. Hire goes to the foul line. First one's up and in. Hire now 3 of 3 from the charity stripe. One point, Byrd advantage. Hire's second one, in and out. Rebound down to Junkins. With 1 second left, he's fouled in the backcourt by Strader. So Junkins at the line where he'll shoot a pair. Loudest we've heard this gymnasium all game long.
I would say second loudest, Bill. The dunk was pretty loud when Hawkins threw down the two-handed slam.
It was loud, but that was piercing to me. Maybe I just got caught up in the emotion of that two-hand jam, but I'll tell you one thing. These fans are into this one. Junkins, first offering of the game, that one around the rim and out. He's got one remaining. Half a second left. Robert C. Byrd does not want to foul. In this case here, it might be a good thing for Junkins to miss it, because if they have to inbound it, they have a chance to throw it deep. Junkins gets it. It's a 2-point game and a timeout for the Bucks. We'll take a break. Flying Eagle basketball, 101.3. The Bears. You see what and it's been an uphill battle for RCB throughout this one. They had a lead in the first quarter play, didn't see a lead in the second quarter, trailed by 10 at the half, trailed by 8 after 3. What an incredible comeback effort in that fourth quarter play. Now we're in overtime. RCB with a 2-point lead, a half a second on the clock. The inbounds. and the Bucks have to go all the way down the floor. The Bucks have 4 players huddling right around midcourt. Trigger Strader. Looking deep, throwing deep. It's high in the air. It's going to be deflected, and that does it. Robert C. Byrd with a comeback win, 53-51 over Buckhannon-Upshur here at One Eagle Way. Get set. The People's Bank postgame show is now. Phillip, what a great effort. A great job by the coaching staff. The halftime adjustments. We saw a different team intensity-wise in the second half, clear through overtime. It seemed like they wanted this win in the worst way, and they came through in the clutch.
Absolutely. A couple of halftime adjustments, adjusted the defensive strategy, went to a press, threw Buckhannon-Upshur off just enough, and you can't say enough. You lose your leading scorer out sick, your second leading scorer fouls out in the fourth quarter before the game gets close, and then you've got guys that just step up, make shots, make plays. You battle through some adversity with some officiating questions. You lose a point, at one point, but fortunately Robert C. Byrd able to just battle the adversity, battle back, and come out of here with a very good victory. Gets them back to 4-4 on the year. So fantastic work by the entire Robert C. Byrd team.
We've got one break to take on our postgame show. Back with more Flying Eagle basketball on 101.3
The Bear.
In overtime, Robert C. Byrd breaks the snide. They get back on the winning note as they beat a very good Buckhannon-Upshur team, 53-51. Looking at stat leaders for both teams, Robert C. Byrd led in the affair by Charles Hawkins with a game-high 17 points. 12 points in the affair for Braden Thomas, 9 points for Jeremiah King, 8 for Quentin Cooley, 4 in the game for Leighton Wolf, and 2 in the affair for Bryce Byrd. Flip the script and take a peek at the Buckhannon-Upshur squad led by Lamar Hurst, 16 points tonight. 11 points for Sterling Throp, 10 points in the game for Mason Heyer. 10 also for Zach Boring, 4 points in the game for Sean Blandino. And that's the scoring for both teams as Robert C. Byrd gets the win. They get off the snide, and they have an opportunity now to go to next week on a winning streak.
Absolutely, Bill. Huge win for the team. Quick turnaround, though. Got to play Monday against Elkins. So, you enjoy this one tonight, and then you get ready for Elkins starting tomorrow.
Special thank you to the tag team partners of Don Reynolds and Evan Farrell back in the studio this evening. Also, David Olvero here on site as Robert C. Byrd wins it in dramatic fashion in overtime over the Bucks of Buckhannon-Upshur, 53-51. For Phillip Fetty, I'm Bill Nestor saying thanks for tuning in. Take care, and God bless.